Hi there. Today we're here to talk about Student Expectation 69C, which says that you will demonstrate an understanding of energy transformations. So we are starting our story with, well, there are different forms of energy. Energy, of course, is all around us. And in general, energy can be divided into two types. The energy is either stored for later use, which is potential energy, or it is in use right now, which is kinetic energy. All right, there are different forms of energy falling under these. There's nuclear energy that's stored in the bonds of the nucleus of an atom. If you think about, remember when we talked about stars, we talked about hydrogen fusion or nuclear fusion in stars. So when elements bond or when the bonds get broken, we definitely have a huge amount of energy released, and that's in the form of nuclear. So when you see nuclear, think of atoms and the nucleus. We have also radiant energy. Any type of energy given off from the sun can be considered radiant energy. Most of the times in this unit, you hear radiant energy, but they're actually referring to light energy. There is also electrical energy. We all are very familiar with the wonderful joys of having electricity in our homes. There is sound energy caused by vibrations. There's chemical energy. Once again, chemical energy is something that you have stored in those chemicals, basically. And then there's heat energy, thermal energy, and then, of course, like we just mentioned, if you think about energy from the stars, there's all kinds of electromagnetic spectrum, the whole energy, all those forms of energy as well. So that's just basically kind of an overview of the different forms of energy. Now let's take a look at what happens with this energy. So is continuously being transformed all around us. So all the time there are different energy transformations taking place. And here are just a few. For example, let's say that I eat my cookie. And my cookie here has, which is chemical energy, right? It's got sugar, table sugar, C12H22O11 in it. So that's chemical energy. That's sugar, lots of sugar to give me lots of energy. And it's potential at this time because I haven't done nothing with it. Now, once I eat this cookie, all this potential chemical energy into energy of motion. So when I move, when I talk, when I run down the hall, when I ride a bike, whatever I'm doing, I'm transferring this potential chemical energy eventually into mechanical energy after I eat it and use that to make things happen in my body. All right, what about this example? Let's see. We have our batteries, right? And we all know that batteries are, just like here right now, it's not being used at all, so it has potential energy in this state, right? It's a battery. It's a part of chemical energy because it has chemicals in it. That's how they operate. With nickel and cadmium are the chemicals in this battery. So this one right now has stored or potential chemical energy. It won't really get used until we start to utilize it. So let's say we take this stored potential energy and we're going to add this battery with its chemical energy, right, into our flashlight, and we are going to, the wires in the flashlight are what is going to connect my stored potential energy into, they have to touch, all the little wires have to touch into what we know as light energy. So we have a battery, which is giving us chemical The electricity, the batteries connect to wires inside the flashlight, so that is electrical energy. Anytime you see wires or an outlet or a plug, you have electrical energy, and that is going to transform now into our light energy that we see coming out of the flashlight. So there's an example of an energy transformation. Here's another example. I have my little wind-up toy here. And right now, nothing's going to happen because it has no potential energy in it. I have to use my mechanical energy to give this wind-up toy some potential energy so that it in turn can move, right? It's going to move. And not only is it going to move, it's going to make sound as well. So my mechanical energy I moved to wind it up, gives this toy potential, stored energy, because I wound it up. Now that stored energy is going to transfer into mechanical energy and sound energy on the when I let go of my wind-up toy. Let's see. Okay, so there you go. So my mechanical energy gave the wind-up toy some potential stored energy, which once I let the wind-up toy go, turned into mechanical energy, energy of motion. It went around, and some sound. All right. What about gasoline? What type of energy is gasoline? Well, if you said it is chemical energy, you're absolutely right. It's a form of chemical energy, and it is basically the chemical formula is C8H18, and this chemical energy can be used to do a variety of things. Number one thing we use it for is to power our vehicles. So as the gas is right now in the gas can, it just has potential. But once we use it with a vehicle, then it transfers into the energy, mechanical energy, right? Because it's going to make that car move. All right. One more example I'd like to look at with you is a microwave. So if you all know microwaves, and first thing you got to do with a microwave is you got to plug it in. So a microwave energy transformation might look like going from electrical energy to microwave energy. I'll remember that. Remember, microwave energy is part of the electromagnetic spectrum of energy. Don't forget that. Some will ask you about that, some will not. But once we plug it in, turn it on, then that microwave energy also emits light energy because the light goes on in the microwave. Thermal because it generates heat energy. It is moving, the plate inside is moving around, and sound. So these are all the forms of energy just when you turn on your microwave. From electrical to microwave to light to thermal to mechanical to sound. All right, I hope this helped you understand some energy transformations. Here, once again, is a kind of an overlook to look at various types of energy transformations. Very simple in this diagram, a little more simplistic than we made it today, but hopefully these energy transformations are understood. They are occurring all around you at all times. So there you go. That was it. Good luck with STAR, guys. See you later.